We come to you from downtown Los Angeles and Staples Center. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, the stars always come out to see greatness.
And I love this city. From the bright lights of Hollywood to the bright lights on the hardwood. Who is going to be the star tonight?
It is showtime. Let's do this. The Hawks control the tip. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Layup goes down. Well done.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
LeBron James with a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Lets it fly from long range. Herter can't connect that time. Ball with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Oh, Lonzo Ball. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
He gets it.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Lonzo Ball brings it up the floor. Slams it down.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Curling inside. Count it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Kuzma to Caldwell Pope. Ball. Oh, Lonzo Ball. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Short jumper stays out.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. 1 bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Trae Young. Short jumper off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Got it. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds. With the agilities of a guard, he can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
Here comes the screen. Jay, last year the Lakers 35 and 47. What impact, obviously, will LeBron James have on this Lakers team and their record?
There's no doubt that I think the Lakers will get over 35 wins. Will they get over 50, though, is the major question. I don't see that happening, considering last year only 2 teams in the West, Golden State and Houston, had over 50 wins.
It's James controlling the offense. And he's going to the free throw line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by a Hawk. Driving is Rondo, but his shot won't fall. To Trae Young. Tough make through traffic.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
Lakers ball. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall. To Trae Young. And count the basket inside.
I don't think these kind of shots are tough for Trae Young. You see, he's always been the smallest guy on the court, so he's had to finish through the trees. He's a lot tougher than he gets credit for.
Alex Len pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Gets it in the left corner. Fires the three. The rookie, Herter, unbothered, buries the three.
And that's what this game is. As the game plays, you have to adjust on the fly. That delivers the element of surprise.
Rondo to the basket, but he can't finish. He'll let one fly from half court. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Hawks with the lead. One quarter down, and Jay, you know both coaches wanted to see more stops on the defensive end, but was that fun to watch or what?
I don't know if I'm watching an all-star game or a regular season game, because I'm telling you right now, Ed, if it was the regular season, which it is, by the way, you probably want to see some teams play some defense.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Give him 2 points. High percentage. LeBron James with the rock.
I got this down. Let's go.
To Josh Hart. To James. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Trae Young bothered just enough there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Jumper's good.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
JaVale McGee passed it off. Big finish at the rim.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
To Trae Young. Fires the three. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Knocked loose. Hawks have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Nice pass to get things going.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Ball. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Vince Carter to Kevin Herter. For three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
There it goes in. The fact of the matter is some players aren't taking that shot on a regular basis, but still have the confidence to make them when you need them to.
Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Vince Carter to Trae Young. Oh, look what I found. You know he had that one in his back pocket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Screen coming, and the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Kyle Kuzma. Dwayne Dedmon. Tips it. John Collins. Huge block. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Trying to cash in. The shot almost.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
It's Atlanta ball.
Defense, let's go.
Trae Young. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
One of the hardest working guys in the league, and that's how he got his money. That's his skill set. That weight room continues to pay off.
Dwayne Dedmon sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Trae Young. Going to launch beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. Brandon Ingram rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Here's Rondo with it. Down 8. Dwayne Dedmon snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Gets it in the right corner. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there. Rondo with the basketball. Trailing by 10. To Kyle Kuzma. Short jumper won't fall. And the basket good at the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Driving is Rondo, but his shot won't fall. The follow won't go either. This quarter's in the books. The Hawks already pulling away.
Fellas, back to you.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
To Trae Young. Navigating through traffic. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Trae Young. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Tyson Chandler at the line for 2 shots. Career mark of 64%. First one goes down. And he makes them both. Trae Young has a chance. Collins comes up empty. Ball with it up top. His guys trail by 10. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Caldwell Pope. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Has a look. Doesn't get the bounce.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Trae Young to Kevin Huerter. Here's a chance from long range. They dared him, and he burns them.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Kevin Huerter. And the nice finish at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Ball. James, he had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Huerter can't connect that time. To James. Knock loose. Hawks come up with it. The pass set it all up.
There is no recovery, Ed, in particular if the defender does not stay on balance.
Across the timeline comes James. The deficit now up to 13. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. He cruises in for 2. Too easy.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Trae Young to Ken Bazemore. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
And hits the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Gets to the basket and scores.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
LeBron James, a couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect in the line so far. First try at the line, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Trae Young. Count the bucket for 2.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Easy pad to the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Hawks with the basketball to start this fourth quarter. And Jay, I'm as shocked as you are. Neither of us expected this.
Ed, I'm sitting here shaking my head because I am baffled. I thought maybe they could have given them a game, but I don't think anyone saw them with a double-digit lead to start the fourth quarter.
LeBron with it up top. Down a bundle. To Josh Hart. Short jumper won't go down. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Taurean Prince trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. LBJ. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Kuzma to James. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
From long range. And he knocks it down, Jay.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
And the finish at the rim.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. LeBron James knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Trae Young. Beyond the arc for 3. Ingram right there for the rebound. Ball into the front court. His guys down big. 4-3. Buries the 3. He's too good to leave that open.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Lets it fly from long range, and it's Chandler with the rebound. From the painted area, won't go down.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Lonzo Ball with the rock. To James. Screen coming. James, defended by Len. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. And scores. Strong take.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Ball to James. Driving right to the basket. Alex Len sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To the rim, lays it up and in.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Dwayne Dedman with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Trae Young lays it in.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he's live. I'm watching it happen in person.
LeBron into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Not that time. Has a chance. And that's rebounded by the Lakers. Into the front court comes Rondo. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Great feed. It goes down.
I love when I see smaller players finish in the paint amongst the trees. But if you're a big on the other side, you can't let that happen so easy.
Fires the three. Can't connect. It's no good. And finishes strong.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Perfect feed to set up the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
The Hawks are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion.